Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play. JJ Weekly-ish. I'm hoping lots of you will come and join me. I've discovered that while I'm junk journaling, a lot of it is like a creative practice, and I think it helps us in all of our art, and it's a great place to also display all of our art. So I thought, what a fun, easy, beginner-friendly way to do creative exercises, improve our artistic confidence, and, refine your personal style, or find it if you haven't found it already. So I hope you'll join me, and, we'll just play about weekly. Oh, weekly-ish. Hello, everyone. Well, it's lucky I said weekly-ish, isn't it? Because it's almost a fortnight. I think it may actually be a fortnight since I've done the last weekly-ish video. But here we are, JJ Weekly-ish. Today we're going to make some little flip-out pockets. These are lovely and simple, and you can actually do them with a double book page, or you can make them smaller if you just want to use a single sheet. So folding it in half and then in half again. And this is great for our creative practice, just to actually get in and play with the paper. So grab some favourite paper, make something. Find a piece of art that you decided you don't like, cut up that and use that to make something like this. Now what I'm doing here is I am just separating only one side. So I'm splitting the side of one half, leaving the other half together, just, taking off the little torn pieces there, just cheating with a ruler to give it a bit of a rustic edge. So now I have a single sheet on the front, and then I've got the other three underneath. Then just folding the corner back down into the middle, and that's what creates our top pocket, as you can see. And then over we go. So you can just glue down that edge, and then you can also have your little side pocket. So these are very, very simple, and they're terrific because they give you little hidden journal spots. They give you a little hidden pocket. You can actually flip the whole thing out on a page, or you can even slip it in as a little happy mail to someone. Totally up to you. So here I am literally now doing what I love to do, inking around all the edges. So if you are going to ink now before you paste it down, because you will find it easier. Just to make it understood that you open it up, I did a little thumb hole, but you can also do a tab. That's the other way to do it. And then you can also see I've got the ink on the edge there just to give an indication. Now you can leave that as a flip down, or you can do exactly what I'm doing here where I'm just gluing it all down. I do glue the triangle, just it makes it sit a little bit flatter, I find. And then I'm just gluing along the short side and all the way along the bottom. And then that's that piece. And then the piece underneath, as you see, I'll just glue the top corner to make that sit down as well. So there you are. There's the first little one. So we'll do a couple of variations of this. There you go, little pocket in the side, little pocket in the top. Isn't it cute? So easy. Alrighty. Here we go with the next little bit. Now, I am so sorry, everyone, that it's taken me so long to put it up. Last week was one of those busy weeks with lots of chores and things I had to go out and get done. And of course, I haven't done most of what I needed to do, and I just couldn't quite get to it. Now, this one, by the way, I took it back a little bit further because I wanted to make that inside pocket a little bit more obvious. So then I just wrapped it around the back. You will see that as you're watching the video. But yeah, look, you get to a certain age where I think it's Carl Barron who does a comedy skit about when do you get to that age where you fall over and your mates laugh and, it's all just a silly thing, oh dear, fell over. And I always fall over. Till you actually get to that age where you have a fall and people aren't laughing when you fall over and they actually all stop to check that you're okay. Well, yeah, I had a fall in the rain, and so I was a bit sore and sorry for myself. I had to stitch up my chin, nothing serious. It was just an annoyance in a week where I had all this stuff to do and I just couldn't quite get to doing the voiceover for this. So that's why it's taken so long. Too funny. Yes, I am completely okay. No drama at all. Just the normal aches and pains that we crafters have in our hands. But yeah, nothing from the fall really. Just, as I said, just a bit of an annoyance that I had to get my chin stitched up because, you have to wait and, until it's all done and all healed and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, quite funny. But how's that for an excuse? Yeah, as I said, I am now at the point where I have a fall. I don't just fall over. All right, so here you can see that's what I mean by gluing the top corner. So that's how you get that little side pouch. Oh, there's my head. So, yeah, on this one, it just gave it a little bit more edge so that you could actually see that inside there's another little pocket in there. You've got the little pocket in the top. You can pop a little blank piece of paper over those little pieces to make some journaling spots or just do some gesso to make it that you write over. So there you go. There's the next one. All right. Now, is this the final one that I'm doing? Yes, it is. I decided, well, let's play and fold it the other way. And that's exactly what I did here. So instead of folding it in half lengthways, I'm folding it horizontally first instead. And then that just gave me a really different kind of flap. And actually, I think I prefer this. So again, I split half of that so that I could, have an extra little flap in there. And here I am just playing about going, all right, I've done that. Now what am I going to do? So instead of splitting it along the bottom, I split it down the middle this way so that, see, it could flap down. So you watch. I think this is my favourite one. And these are fantastic too. You'll see one in the final cut that I do. They're really, really good if you love sewing around the edges of your paper. These look gorgeous when they're sewn around, and really that's all you need to do. So on this final one, I'll actually decorate it up for you so that you can see what they're like with the little journaling spot in it and so forth. So I took out a little piece here just because I wanted to make a little tab. I love doing these little square tabs where all I do is a little square, do a hole punch, and, that's it. I just think they're so cute. I don't know why I like them. It's just the look that I seem to absolutely love. And I think I came about doing them before I had like a tab punch, which I've got now, but I still use these all the time. Just a great way to use up your scraps. So there is the little indication that you flip it out. Then you can pull it down. You've got your little pocket there. And I thought, well, I'll really reduce the bulk in this one and I'll take off the edge of that. Plus, it gives me a little bit more book page if I need to decorate. Just gluing down the edge so that I get still that nice fold over, and then that makes it easier to tuck things in. You get a nice clean edge then. Inking, inking, inking. As you know, I do love inking. A little hole punch, or what do you call it, a little thumb punch at the top. But then I changed my mind and I decided that I'd actually make that a little bit lower to give that a better indication again. So you'll see when I flip it up now, and I'll do another little thumb hole in it. Punch, voila. There you go. And so I'll just ink that edge again. So yeah, I like that with the staggered edge. Open it up, you've got the pocket inside. And now I'm just gluing it all up now that I've now that I've inked all around it. Hey, who else is watching Rach and Bella, their collaboration? I love her A to Z collaborations, and this one is the tips, tricks and hacks. I loved it last year, and already it is amazing. So yeah, if you want some tips and tricks, do go over to that collaboration. You'll just absolutely love it. It is fabulous. Now, what did I do on the edge here? Oh, I just wanted a little bit of a rustic touch, so I put a little extra bit on the hinge just to reinforce that part of the page more than anything. I decided that because the page number was upside down, I'd add another little pocket. Why not? Who doesn't love extra pockets? So yeah, this is where I'm literally just decorating it up. With that little page number in the middle, I popped a little bird, and that little strip of paper under the bird was just a little bit of book page edge, inked around it, and it's got a little instant journaling prompt there that way, and then popped another little boydie on the bottom. I think it was another bird. I'll see any second, or it was an owl or something. Or, oh yeah, it was a flower piece. I think it was from Edith Holden, one of the magazine books that you get of hers. All right, so finishing off now, I had this lovely piece of tissue that I got from Which Craft Do You Do, their shop that they have. Oh, Kerry, I love your shop. I'm a bit addicted. I've already repurchased a few times. So yeah, that's fun. Glue stick, because it's like a glassine kind of tissue, and this was wrapping some of my goodies that came, so isn't that delightful? She knows us well, doesn't she? Knew that we'd use the packaging. So then I had some little words that I cut them out just to make them a little bit more interesting, and then I backed them onto some other offcuts, this time coffee dyed paper, with another little boydie this time, a bigger boydie. So, you know, we love our fussy cut birds, don't we, and butterflies and dragonflies. Well, I do. I know a lot of others do as well. So, yeah, this is just, I find when you pop a word onto another little piece, it just gives it a little bit of a rustic frame, you know, just tearing around it there. So, nothing terribly complex, but fun. So, inking around again, gluing it down, just a little saying, and then you can imagine that just sitting in a little book page already, and they can flip it down and have their little pocket, and then they can flip it out. I thought, well, it needs a bit of lace across it as well. So popped a bit of the fabric and then the lace on top, I believe. And I'm just using my art glitter glue. So there you go, that's the front, because I thought, oh, don't have any fabric, and I do love using fabric. So he flips down, you've got your pocket, and then you've got your journaling spot there, and then you flip him over and you've got your pocket, and I thought I'd make it another journaling spot on the left there as well. So popped a bit of coffee dyed paper on the back of some of those watercolour backgrounds that I did the other day, and inking around the edges of both, gluing them down, very simple. So that just gave the little inside journaling spot a little bit of a border, just a subtle border. I used the subtle watercolour side with the splotches and so forth. And then my final little touch, just a little edge for the pocket. So some strips across the bottom, and then I've got another little boydie to put on this. Just a few little touches of inking around, just to, you know, cover up my poor fussy cutting. I didn't go right up to the beak because I really did want that to poke out over the pocket, which he did, and then I just went back down to get, you know, right on the edge under the beak there, which I'm doing just now, as you can see. So, yeah, this is definitely my favourite, and I'll go away and decorate up the others now. But I thought it was a little bit of fun for our JJ Weekly-ish to have a bit of a play about, as I said, with book pages, or maybe some backgrounds or some art pieces that you've done, and actually having a little play and making something that you can pop in your journals. You can do a little bit of collage, you can do a little bit of edging, you might come up with a different little flippy flappy pocket. So here we are, we'll just go through them again. Here's the first little one. I don't think I showed you this initially, so this is one that I've sewn around. That was my prototype. Had the pocket up the top and in the side, and I will put some journaling spots in that, but I'm just leaving them blank for when I put them into journals, because then I can put them into whatever theme I'm actually doing at the time. There's the one we made together. There's the second one. that we did with the staggered inside pocket. I think that's a good way to do it actually. Probably makes the triangle give you a little bit more space too in the top pocket. And then the one that we decorated together. So flipping down and you've got your little pocket and your journaling spot. So pocket on the bottom in there, quite sweet really. Just a bit of coffee dyed paper and then flipping out and across and you've got a journaling spot and you have another little pocket. How cool is that? Hope you enjoyed and I shall see you in hopefully just a week this time. I shall try and look after myself better. Take care everyone. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy.